I'm Brian Hensley with Intego Financial Group. This past few weeks I've been working with several families as they start down the road to laying out the future for what they want their farm to look like after they no longer grace this planet. That's a nice way of saying that they've passed away. The family has a lot of questions, and not all of them are easy to answer. A matter of fact, a few of them are quite hard. One of those questions involves the concept of fair versus equal. In one situation, a farming child has come back to the farm after college, spent about 15 years working with dad on the farm for a wage. The dad would admit the son has been critical to the growth of the farm and diversifying the farm with larger livestock operation while growing the corn and soybean acres over the years. The other kids have chose their own path. They didn't particularly care for the farming lifestyle, and they wanted something more exciting or wanted to move to a larger city. They saw farming as a hard way of life, and they wanted something they perceived as better. The parents helped them pay for college, bless their marriages, and even today are willing to appreciate their all-farm success. The wage the dad paid to the son that returned to the farm has been a fair yearly wage, but the farm and the business have grown larger than had been anticipated. Now dad is considering slowing down and passing some of the acres or maybe a few of the barns to the son and possibly separating the operations. Now comes the hard part. How does he do this and be fair and equal to the non-farm kids? After all, he loves all the kids equally. Does he charge the farming son full price that he would charge to an outsider, even though the son had a significant role in helping dad to grow the operation to the size it is? Even though the son was one making repairs on equipment and building, spending the hours in blood, sweat, and tears? Even though he was the one that implemented many great new ideas when he came back to the farm and helped it grow to what it is today? Should the son receive a discount to buy out portions of the farm? Is that fair to the off-farm kids? As I talk through these issues with the parents and kids, we often try to establish that fair does not mean equal. An example we often start with is college expenses. If one child attended a school that was less expensive and another attended a higher cost college, would we hand over cash to the child that had the less expensive college experience to make it equal? Probably not. If we do some babysitting for a grandchild, do we charge the kids for the babysitting experience to make sure it's equal? Probably not. While the son that stayed on the farm may have received a fair wage, they may have done things considerably better than a hired hand and brought more value to the farm operation than their wage that was received. The fair versus equal discussion can be a difficult one, and one that parents often struggle with. One solution that a family may arrive at is to try to provide a way for off-farm kids to participate in receiving some of the benefits of the farm's growth while keeping the farms together. One way we've tackled the issue of the farmland is to divide an ownership among different children through some ownership bucket, sometimes an LLC, sometimes an S-corp, or maybe even a trust. The farming child pays a discounted cash rent to the ownership bucket. The cash pays the debt of the land and distributes the remaining income to all the children. The farming child has the opportunity to buy that land from the ownership bucket over time, and all the children benefit from the growth. It may not be equal, but it allows the children to all enjoy the benefits of the previous generation's hard work, while rewarding the children that did stay on the farm. Oftentimes, it also helps protect one of the parents' biggest goals of keeping the farms together. Other families have tackled the fair versus equal by providing life insurance to the non-farm kids and leaving farmland to farming children. This can work, but it has its own difficulties. Another way I've seen families tackle the fair versus equal is to determine that a certain farm item will be left to farm kids and other assets to non-farm kids. This can work if parents have assets or retirement accounts that are held outside the farm, but could cause real problems if it isn't discussed ahead of time with all the kids. Fair versus equal is one that nearly every family struggles with. Business succession planning and farm succession planning can be difficult, but as parents or owners of that business, it's your responsibility to tackle the problem. But you don't have to do that alone. I would love to start a conversation with you to help you determine the future of your farm. I'm Brian Hensley with Intego Financial. Thank you for joining me this week, and let's start a conversation.
Brian Hensley is an investment advisor of and offers securities, investment advisory services, and financial planning through MML Investor Services, LLC, member SPIC. Supervisory offices 401 Southwest Water Street, Peoria, Illinois. Intego Financial Group, ensuring you are protected and covered for today and tomorrow. Call us today at 874-3419 or visit us online at integofinancial.com.